It's finally time to glaze Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Oh my god! Ninja Storm is one of the greatest Power Rangers seasons ever. It's also one of the most funniest seasons ever. It's also just fun to watch. But these suits, there's nothing to laugh about them because they're gas. The Wind Rangers got their logos down the middle. They got the gold accents surrounding their Ranger colors, and then they got the little metallic arm sleeves. They got their swords chilling on their backs, and their helmets is gas. The helmet got the Ranger colors with the gold surrounding the visor with the animal spirit down the middle, and then Dustin's comes with teeth coming off the top because he's a lion. Oh my god! And then they got the Mmpr chilling outside the suits. You got the Ranger disc chilling on the top with the black mixing with the gold mixing with the red. Oh my god, that thing is just so beautiful. And then we got the Thunder Rangers. They drip is OD. They legit said F the primary colors and give me navy and crimson. They got the gold logo on the chest. They got the gold arm pads, and then they got the gold shoulder pads. They got the black pants with the gray arm sleeve. That's tough. They got their bow staff chilling in the back, and the helmets, they got their respective Ranger colors. They got the gold around it, and then they have the animal spirit beetle thingy coming off the top. Then they got the spiky mouthpiece. Oh my god, these suits is just heavenly. And the Thunder Ranger morphers don't even chill on the outside of the suits, but they're still tough. You got the beetle antler on the top, but it's closed off, and then you press the red button on the bottom, the shit's open up, and then you see the energy ring in the middle. Oh my god! And then you got the Green Ranger with the gold shield and the green all over top. I mean, Cam Watanabe? Cam probably copied Tommy's whole flow, but that suit is still beautiful. Cam got the star design in the middle with his sword chilling on the side. And his helmet, Zeo, take notes. That's how you do a star design on your helmet. That thing is beautiful. Then he has Super Samurai mode. I hated on his suit in the past, but I ain't gonna lie, this shit grew on me because that shit is tough, bro. Comes into the scene, turns his helmet around, drops his vest off like he's Rock Lee, and he looks so different and good at the same time. He got his new spiky visor with his new gold logo on his chest, and when he's like this, he's standing on business. Ninja Storm is great, but they got some of the weirdest weapons of all time. Like Tori's Sonic Fit, come on now, that shit is ass. It's a megaphone that you speak into to control people, but I'm not gonna lie, I wanna blow people in half. That shit is hideous as well, so throw that away. Then you got Shane's Hawk Blaster. Now come on now, this right here is a weapon. It got the Hawk camo skin on it with the wind turbine, and you just going all day, bro, I need that. And then you got Dustin's Lion Hammer. That shit is plain, but it's fire. I can't lie, that shit is fire. You smacking the flow on that shit, you breaking the flow, and then you think you Triple H, hitting niggas in the stomach, hitting niggas over the head. Oh my god, that weapon is tough. Then with all three of those weapons, you can combine them to create the Storm Striker. Storm Striker Red is when Shane is in control with the Hawk Blaster in the front, and he's blowing at you with a big-ass energy ball. Storm Striker Blue is where Tori's in control with the Sonic Fin in the front, and she's throwing a whole water prism jutsu on you until you're donezo. The Storm Striker Yellow is where Dustin's in control. You got the Yellow Lion Hammer in the front. He drops 100,000 pound weight on your big-ass noggin. The Storm Striker's OD, but the Wind Ranger's best weapon is just their regular ninja swords in their back. You pull out the sword is fire, you going crazy, slicing, dicing, doing anything you want. Then you pull it out with the casing on, and it's a whole blicky. Blah! Oh my god, bro, that thing is tough. And then it also has gold mode. You turn the sword gold, and then now you violating niggas with a gold sword, bro. That sword is insane. Blade got a whole navy antler. What the hell is that? He opened up the antlers, he holds you in that shit, he bring you to the air, and he gonna taste the hell out of you. I'm not gonna lie, that shit kinda tough. Hunter got the Crimson Blaster with the whole beetle camel skin on it, and he's just blowing too, going. Then you can combine the Navy Antler to the Crimson Blaster to create the Storm Blaster shooting fireballs at people. And then you can combine the Thunder Blaster to the Storm Striker to create the big-ass Thunderstorm cannon and violate people. Oh my god. But the Thunder Ranger's best weapons are the Thunder Staff chilling on the back. Those are some of the most unique Power Ranger weapons of all time. You got the regular big-ass bow staff, then they can turn it into a damn little shuriken that they throw at you, and then they can turn it into a big-ass circle and use it for defense. Then Blade could attach his Navy Antler to the top and violate you with it. Or he could attach this gold blade to the top and turn it into a thunder blade. And then he could separate the two motherfuckers, and now he got two sticks to beat your ass with. And then Cam, you know, Cam is Cam. He got the samurai sword. It ain't the spin sword, but he got a samurai storm. It's cool. He got a little microphone on top that he used to talk from his helicopter, but that shit fire, I guess. Oh yeah, and I forgot his Mmpr. He got his little Pokeball thingamabob that he wears on his neck. You know, if that shit grows in girth, he goes Samurai Star Ranger form. Come on, so that shit is light work, but it's cool. And then you got Shane's Battleizer mode. His whole Mmpr goes red, and then he gets the gold padding around his suit with his logo in the middle. That shit is tough. And then he has flight mode where he gets a sword in one hand, a big-ass hawk in the other hand. He grows wings with tires on it, and then he's shooting lasers at you, bro. That shit is insane. If you ain't know, Ninja Storm really started off with the weakest Power Ranger transportations in Power Rangers history. They legit had ninja gliders. What the hell? hell is that? Till they upgraded to some of the best ever with the tsunami cycles. They're legit dirt bikes with the little spiky design on them, bro, and they shoot lasers. That shit is tough. And then the Thunder Rangers got them too with different tires though. And then Hunter got the whole Ninja Glider cycle too. This man is insane. And it got its own little flight mode and it's shooting lasers at you, bro. That thing is insane. And Cam wasn't left out. This man got a whole Dragon Force vehicle. It's a dragon that shoots fire and then it can turn into a damn spaceship with drills in the front, and that shit is blamming at you too. And the Ninja Storm Rangers, they're obviously ninjas, so they got ninja powers like Tori's water, Dustin's earth, and then freaking Shayna's air. Blake and Hunter, they got the power of thunder. And they got ninjutsu on top of it. They got shadow clone jutsu. They got transportation jutsu. And then they can just turn big as shit. That shit is tough. And you can't forget about the #1 weapon in the Ninja Storm arsenal. They got straight hands. They throwing it with anybody in the world, bro. Them niggas can fight. So yeah, the Ninja Storm weapons are insane. Let's not sit here and act like Ninja Storm don't got some of the best Megazords of all time. Tori's is a whole yacht that turns into her Dolphin Zord. Shane's is a whole plane that turns into his Hawk Zord. Dustin has a whole roller coaster that turns into his Lion Zord. Where does the people go on this ship? I have no clue, gang. And then when all three of those Zords combine, it turns into the Storm Megazord. That thing is a work of art, bro. The Storm Megazord has a unique feature. That shit could go into lightning mode. This shit gets all skinny and it moves fast as hell, bro. That shit is tough. And then the Thunder Rangers, they got their own Zords. Them shits be busting out the ground and shit. You got Hunter's Crimson Insectazord, and then you got Blake's Navy Beetle Zord. Them shits is aight. They cool. I don't never ride one of them, but they alright, I guess. But once they combine into the Thunder Megazord, that shit is a piece of beauty. It's an all-black Megazord with like hints of blue and gold and red. That shit is tough, bro. And then you got Cam, who comes out the cut in the Samurai Star Chopper. This man has a whole helicopter to himself, cooling, bro. And then that shit could turn into its own Megazord. You got the Samurai Star Megazord. The shit look like a football player with a big ass star on his chest. And you could deadass take the star off too. That shit is tough. But what really separates all the Ninja Storm Zords from the other Zords and Power Rangers are the Power Spears. Them shits are insane. You get your little coin, you pop it in the machine, you go lock and drop. Oh my god! The whole chest opens and there comes a spear, and now you got a whole bunch of varieties of weapons. That shit comes with swords, blasters, hammers, all this other extra shit, but they're all in shapes of animals. The best spear of all time is the Mini Zord, hands down. Bro, the Mini Zord could yap. That thing goes Storm Megazord, Thunder Megazord, combine. Oh my god, that thing is so tough. And it deadass creates the Thunderstorm Megazord, another beautiful Zord. And then the special move, Justin's whole lion thing turns into a Beyblade. They go let it rip, and then a whole laser beam comes off that shit. So that shit is insane. Cam's Zord can combine with the Storm Megazord and the Thunder Megazord. You got the Samurai Storm Megazord where Cam's Zord just becomes a whole arm. And then you got the Samurai Thunder Megazord where Cam is just chilling on the top of the shit. That shit is tough. And then you got the Ninja Firebird Spear to combine all three Megazords. And it creates the beautiful Hurricane Megazord. That shit is big as shit, but one thing that I like is now everybody is chilling together inside the cockpit. Usually the motherfuckers is chilling alone by themselves. Them shits is tough. Like Hunter, he got the little thing that he pulls over his face with Blake too. They really got some tough cockpits, but all of them together is just something different about that, man. But once Cam starts ripping the tunes on the guitar, it's over, because here comes the Mighty Mammoth Zord. And then you could create the Thunderstorm Ultra Zord with the Thunderstorm Megazord just chilling in it. And then you could create the Hurricane Ultra Zord with all the power spears open up, chilling on the Mammoth Zord. And then you got the Hurricane Megazord chilling on the top. That shit is beefy. But hey, Ninja Storm really got some of the best Megazords of all time. Power Rangers, Ninja Storm has some of the greatest Power Rangers of all time, like Dustin the Yellow Wind Ranger. His name is not even Dustin. His name is deadass Waldo. If you ain't know, well now you know. Type shit. Waldo's one of the greatest Yellow Rangers of all time. He's definitely the best male Yellow Ranger of all time for sure. Dustin's the funny, dumb nerd guy of the season. And like, he's really, really smooth brain. Dustin's a ninja, but he's the worst out of the whole Ninja Academy. But it's because he prioritizes love for dirt bikes over being a ninja any day. Dustin's legit always late for ninja training, but that actually saved him because the Ninja Academy got attacked and he was late, so he wasn't there to get attacked. And him not being there on time, and he was the only one left, so he was the only one able to become the Yellow Ninja Storm Ranger. And his love for comic books made him mad hyped to become a ranger, bro. This man was feeding the morph. He left his whole team and just morphed by himself. Dustin's a great ranger, but he's not really built for the real world. Like when the Thunder Rangers pulled up, they were all buddy-buddy with Dustin in his face. But behind Dustin's back, they was laughing at this nigga, calling him names and shit. And then they booked him for the CDs with the tsunami cycles on it. The whole time, Shayna's like, yo, these niggas is not your man. Stop listening to them. But Dustin is just such a kind-hearted soul that he didn't want to hear none of that. And the crazy thing is that Dustin couldn't do anything about it because he just got his ass beat by Blake and Hunter the whole time. Bro, this man even got touched on by a plane. I don't care. That's a body. And it gets worse because the way that Mara treated this man, oh my god, I really want to cry every time I watch All About Beevil, son. Mara legit played in this man's face. She cried in this man's face trying to act like she's a good human being. But Dustin's gullible ass folded off the gate, but I can see why, because, you know, Mara fire type shit. Dustin charged up a whole machine thinking that it was supposed to defeat Beevil, but that shit was made just to make Beevil stronger. And when Dustin handed that thing to Mara fully charged, and then she reveals that she was just playing Dustin the whole time, bro, my heart hurt for this this nigga, man. She's over here laughing in Dustin's face. Tori's trying to defend him, and he's over there crying, bro. Like, come on. But when Mara said it's not my fault that he's dumber than me, that shit hit right here, man. That's just some woman shit right there, man. All girls are the same. They're rotting my brain. Love. Oh my God, son. They did Dustin dirty. But at the end of the day, Dustin took that shit on the chin and he thugged it out. Because at the end of the day, he still locked in and was one of the people who defeated Lothar. And that turned him into a ninja master. Now he's a teacher teaching kids how to become a successful ninja. He's tough. Now we got Tori, the real mother and leader of this team. The reason why she sucked and was always late to the academy was because she always had to wait for Dustin and Shane. But hey, her being late turned her into the Blue Ninja Storm Ranger. See how that turns out? Tori might not be wearing red, but she's definitely the glue and the leader of this team. If the Ninja Storm Rangers need help, the first person that they're running to is Tori. Tori's also the first one to stick up for any single ranger on the team. Especially if you try to bully Cam, she's on that ass, bro. Tori barely had any type of character development, but it didn't matter because she's still great. But she still had her moments here and there where she was violating Capri and Mara at the same time over a turtle. She got tricked by Blake to revealing where Ninja Ops is and getting her sensei captured. She put the beats on all 5 Ninja Storm Rangers when they were evil in another universe unmorphed. She even put the beats on herself and Kira from Dino Thunder. Yo, she just loves being up Rangers, I guess. And then they try to have Dustin and Shane try to play with Tori, acting like she's not fine, calling her a tomboy and shit. Man, I'm doing diabolical things to get next to that, bro. They literally had Blake and Cam getting it on over Tori. And then you're gonna act like she's not the baddest in the room? Come on, gang. Hey, Blake and Tori is cool, but Tori and Cam? Come on, bro. Them two needed to be together, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, the way she was just overprotective over Cam was just so beautiful to see, son. Hey, come on, Tori. Blake, he put his hands on you, but Cam, he would never do that. All I can say though is Blake didn't get a kiss from Tori, but you know who did? Cam Watanabe, yes. And Tori was also in a few crossovers. You know, after she violated Kira, her and Kira ended up teaming up to go violate Elsa. And then she was in Operation Overdrive with the Disney All-Star team led by Adam. Tori is really up there with some of the greatest female Power Rangers of all time. There's no debate about it. Now we got Shane, the Red Ranger, the leader of the team, bro. You know, Shane started off, he was in love with skateboards and stuff like that. But he was also a ninja on the side, but he really sucked. Oh my God, he was ass. But him not caring and being late to practice turned him into the Red Ninja Storm Ranger, yes. At first glance, you're not gonna think Shane is a serious Red Ranger, but he's that serious sometimes. Like off the gate, Shane was putting pressure on Tori and Dustin because they wasn't taking the job as serious as he was. But Shane is still a great leader, way better than that nigga Connor, I swear to God. There's moments where Shane is telling Dustin to tee up because, you know, Hunter and Blake is just making fun of him behind his back and stuff like that. And when Tori was blaming herself for getting Sensei captured, Shane was there to, you know, console her, telling her it's not her fault. Man, Connor ain't doing shit like that, bro. Shane has a lot of pride and ego, so you know what happens when another Red Ranger joins the team? A Johnson measuring contest, yes. Shane and Hunter will go at it all day to see who has the bigger Johnson and who's the better leader of the team. But Shane, as a good leader, unlike Connor, he puts his differences aside and he lets his ego go, and you know, they end up becoming leaders and friends together. Another thing about Shane is he's been destined to be a great Ranger since birth. When he was a child, he saved a light bulb from a spider and ended up turning out to be Skylar. Oh my gosh, she's so bad. Skylar ended up being this alien woman who has a lot of power, and then she, you know, she gives her life form away so you could have that power. But I ain't gonna lie, Shane, you fumbled the bag. You could at least hit before she dipped. Like, come on, gang, what you doing? But then she ended up turning into this man's battleizer, so that's good enough, I guess. Shane also has a brother, Clark. He's a successful businessman, but also the worst brother in Power Rangers history, bro. Talking about, so why are you still skateboarding? Why are you doing all this kid stuff, bro? Like, mind your business, gang. So, you know, Shane's brother's basically disowning this nigga, talking like, he's not my brother, bro. But then Clark ended up finding out that Shane is a Power Ranger. Not only a Power Ranger, but the Red Ranger. And then he started glazing Shane. Back then, they didn't want me. Now, look, they all on me. Bro turned into the biggest D1 glazer of Shane. Yeah, because now the biggest hater of skateboards is not riding skateboards. Yeah, get off that man's nuts. But at least Shane got over his fear about being hated by his family. That's all that matters. Unlike that nigga Connor, I know his family hates him. But at the end of the day, Shane fulfilled his prophecy in being one of the Rangers who destroyed Lothar. And he also fulfilled my prophecy in destroying Connor's ass. Yes, I would have violated Connor too, gang. He put the beats on Connor. That's what I like to see. Shane is really one of the greatest Red Rangers of all time. Is he up there with my glorious King Jade Shiba? He's close, he's up there, but he's still one of the greatest, you feel me? Now we can talk about one of the greatest 6 Rangers of all time, Cam Watanabe, the Green Samurai Ranger. Cam has to be one of the most nonchalant, sarcastic, smartest Ranger of all time. When the Ninja Academy got attacked, Cam prayed that Dustin, Tori, and Shane were not Rangers, and then his dad forced him to be Rangers, and this nigga was upset, bro. Cam ended up starting off as a mentor tech guy of the season because his father was the real mentor, but his father ended up turning into a hamster. Ninja Storm. So Cam, as the tech guy, he was fixing the Zords, he was giving them new power-ups, he built the tsunami cycles, and he was always giving advice from his chair because he was the chair guy. But deep down, Cam wants to be a Power Ranger, but he can't because his father said no. Cam's father would not let Cam be a ninja because that was one of his mother's wishes, to not let Cam be a ninja. Cam and Cam's father, not breaking their promise to the deceased mother, ends up sending Cam back in time to receive samurai powers. When Cam went back in time, the first person that he ran into was Kanoi, his father. Then we end up finding out that Cam's father has a twin brother named Kia. Then we see Kanoi get absolutely violated in a sword fight against a random person. That random person ended up turning out to be Miko, Cam's mother. And you know what Cam's mother got? The samurai amulet around her neck. Cam ended up becoming friendly with his mother, but then you have Kia trying to become power hungry and steal the amulet at the same time. But then Kia ends up robbing her and it ends up blaming Cam. And while Cam's about to be erased from humanity, Kanoi ends up saving him from Kia. Kia ended up getting exposed for using dark magic. Then he ended up trapping Cam inside of a dark orb, and then him and Cam ended up getting it on, and then Cam beat his ass. Yes. So then Kia's about to get banished, and then we find out that Kia ends up changing his name to Lothor. So Kia, who is Lothor, ends up getting sent into space, and then we all know what happens after that because Lothor is the main villain of Ninja Storm. So Cam ends up saying goodbye to his mother and father, and then his mother ends up giving him the amulet. So now Cam is now the Green Samurai Ranger when he comes back into the present. So now Cam, being the Green Samurai Ranger, he now has to tackle being a mentor, a ranger, and the tech guy of this team. So what does one of the smartest rangers do of all time? He ends up building a clone of himself. So now there's a cyber Cam who can now be the man in the chair who could take care of the technology inside the Ninja Storm. So now with all that responsibilities off of Cam, now Cam could do whatever he want as the Green Samurai Ranger, like fall in love with Tori, like get turned into a bug. He could go find a guitar to go help free the Mammoth Zord. And Cam wasn't a chosen 3, but he still helped in defeating Lothor. Cam is literally one of the greatest 6 Rangers, Power Rangers of all time. Come on now. Now, what's the most deadliest and greatest duo in Power Rangers history? Did you say the Thunder Rangers? Yes, Sirski! You got Blake and Hunter Bradley, who are adopted brothers. When they lost their adoptive parents, that's when Sensei Amino took them into the Thunder Ninja Academy. They were raised in the Thunder Ninja Academy until Lothor violated the camp. Sensei Amino had to hurry up and give the Thunder Rangers their morphs, but then Sensei Amino ended up getting captured. And then after that, the Thunder Rangers ended up getting captured. Bro, that shit was insane. Lothor ended up getting tight that the Rangers bonded with the morphers, so he ended up just straight up lying to them, telling them, oh, Kanoi was the one who violated your parents. Kanoi is Cam's father, Lothor's twin brother. So what do the Thunder Rangers do? They become D1 crash outs and plan the biggest get backs for their dead homies. Now the Thunder Rangers caught the Wind Rangers lacking, hit them with lightning. Wow! The Wind Rangers have no clue what's going on. The Thunder Rangers pull up, speed blitz them right away. Shane over here trying to get back for his teammate. No! Boom! Luke can't kick by Blake. On the other side, Hunter is 2v1ing Dustin and Tori. The Thunder Rangers did us beat their ass the whole time and then just dipped, bro. That shit was crazy. Then when they left, they was all buddy-buddy with Dustin, booked him for the Tsunami Cycle codes. And then they spun back with the Tsunami Cycles and violated with Tsunami Cycles. Then they whip out their own Megazords, and then they bodied them with their Megazords. Alright, Blake is the level-headed one, but Hunter is a straight-out crash out. He was willing to violate them right there on the spot, but Dustin told him to chill, nigga, we could do that later. And you have Blake playing with Tori's heartstrings like this. He's over here jumping in front of her attacks, acting like he's all hurt and shit. Well, he's all good. Now Tori's dumbass brings him to Ninja Ops. What are you doing? So now Blake knows where Ninja Ops is, so him and Hunter spin back, they violate camp, and then they capture their Sensei. So now the Thunder Rangers are trying to bring Sensei to the Cavern of Lost Souls to violate him. But the Wind Rangers, they're not letting that slide. They on their ass, they pull up with the Tsunami Cycles. Everybody started getting it on over Sensei, but Hunter, being a D1 crash out, ended up violating Blake and the Wind Rangers at the same time to get a hold over Sensei. They walk Sensei over to the Cavern of Lost Souls, and they're about to volley him with a rock. Then boom, the Wind Rangers stopped, and then all of a sudden their mother and father pops up as ghosts. And then the mother and father ended up telling them the truth about what actually happened to them, and it ended up being that Lothor was the one who violated them the whole time. So then Lothor popped out laughing. Yeah, that was me. I was the one who did that. Get back, little niggas. So Lothor tried to violate. Hunter said weave and then hit him with the Gem of Souls, and then Lothor disappeared. So the Thunder Rangers ended up just packing their shit up and dipping like they didn't violate the Wind Rangers for 3 episodes. So the Thunder Rangers spin back after taking a hiatus for 3 episodes to link with Jubo. Jubo over here capping to these niggas talking about, oh, he's a good person and shit now. And of course the Thunder Rangers believe him, like, come on, it's okay to be a little Uncle Ruckus. He just look at him. Does he look like someone who could be a good person? Of course not. But then they all end up making a plan to go dethrone Lothor. But you know, Blake, he gotta go spin on this girl real quick before he does that. So later on, the Thunder Rangers end up on Lothor's ship, but oh my god, it was a trap! So now Lothor and Jubo turned the Thunder Rangers evil again. They wasted 0 time, spun straight on the Wind Rangers, hitting them with lightning. Bow! Blake jumps down, wailing on Shane, turns into Pinsir from Pokemon and grabs him and throws that nigga into the wall. We got Hunter 2v1ing Tori and Dustin. They start playing around with their ninja powers until Hunter turns into a big, black, girthy, Megazord-sized human and slams Dustin into the ground. Tori trying to get back, trying to splash this nigga with water. He said, hell no, Uno reverse and made Tori wet. Yeah! So now the Thunder Rangers are about to spin on them with the Megazords. They were getting it on the Megazord, but Jubo just sent them to a whole different island. Now the Wind Rangers have no idea what's going on, but the Thunder Rangers are back on their ass. We got Hunter and Shane going crazy. And then Blake over here disrespecting Tori and Dustin. Now it's time to morph, and Hunter and Shane are having their own little shootout, and Hunter violated this nigga. Dustin over here trying to shoot ninja beams at Blake. Blake directed that shit straight to Tori. Dustin, I have no idea how you recovered from this, but Blake grabbed him by lightning and spun him around like it was Ring Around of Rosie. I don't care if you're under a spell, genjutsu, it doesn't matter. If you do this to me, we're never gonna be friends again. I'm catching you lacking in your sleep. Dustin, and you let Blake stand over you in a teabag position. Bro, get back. But then the spell ended up wearing off again, and the Ninja Storm Rangers caught them lacking when they wasn't paying attention again. Everything seems to be all good until Lothar tries to hit them with another blast, but then Hunter pushes Blake out the way and Hunter takes all of it. Now Juba out here gaslighting Hunter to violate Blake. Hunter legit sat there and put the brakes on Blake. But it got even worse when Hunter got hit with some green mist and messed up his whole helmet. Now Hunter is just a complete crash out at this moment. He doesn't care. Hunter's legit about to go send his own brother to go meet Zordon, but Shane had to jump in and save him. Blake woke up and he ain't trying to hear none of that. He's trying to spin back for his brother. Blake absolutely violates the monster that's on the island with them. Then you see Hunter come out the cut. He violates Blake one more time. Blake trying to use Talk No Jutsu to get through to this nigga, but we know that's not gonna work. So Blake has to now put the absolute brakes on Hunter. And after he beat his ass, it's finally time to use Talk No Jutsu one more time, and it finally works and Hunter wakes up. Then Blake and Hunter got the opportunity to join the Wind Rangers, and they just said, no, I don't even want to be Power Rangers no more. What is wrong with them? But after a little convincing and them getting caught lacking by Jubo again, and then them unlocking the Thunder Megazords, they finally decided to join the team as they should. The Thunder Rangers were some of the best evil Rangers of all time, but what happened to them when they became good? I ain't gonna lie, these niggas fell off a little bit, bro. Blake, for the rest of the season, he became a simp, but I don't blame him because Tori's bad. Bro, he was under a spell and crashed out over Tori and almost violated his man's cam. And then he's out here risking his own life jumping in front of attacks for her, bro. He's insane. But the simping goes both ways because Tori's a weirdo. She looked like she's slashing tires. She went ahead and stalked Blake, not once, but twice. But the second time, she thought Blake was cheating on her. But he was just training with Sensei Amino's daughter, learning the little blade thingy mabob. And I ain't even gonna lie, this nigga went stupid with them shits. And then you all know they all love motorbike riding, but we find out that Blake is the best one. Then it goes Hunter, then it goes Dustin. They really ran Dustin out that sport, bro. And Blake is a little crash out. He's over here wilding on his brother and shit like that. But you know who's a bigger crash out? That nigga Hunter, yeah. The first thing that he did when he joined the team was ego check Shane to see who could be the real leader of the team. He did end up letting Shane take over, but that's all good. But after that, this nigga was just doing side missions. Hunter legit had to sit there and babysit another fatherless child for no reason. But Blake ended up teaching this kid that it's okay to live without a father because, you know, Blake doesn't have a father either type shit. And Hunter ended up getting violated and kidnapped by some random nigga in a costume. But Hunter got back. He stole that nigga back though. But then you find out that Hunter kept the gem of souls because he still missed Mama and Papa. He thought that he could still talk to them. But that didn't really work, so him and Cam tried to use it to save the ninjas on Lothar's ship. And that also didn't work. But Cam ended up getting violated by Lothar, and that's when Blake and Hunter had to spin back for that nigga. Yeah! They freed that nigga and spun straight on Lothar. Lothar, he shitted on these niggas and stole their powers. Oh my god. So they didn't really help that much in the final battle, but they still tough. Blake ends up becoming a worldwide motocross racer, and Hunter becomes the head of the Thunder Ninja Academy. Man, the Thunder Rangers got nerfed, but they still tough, bro. Now let's talk about the things that I dislike about Ninja Storm. Mainly, the villains. Some niggas is ass. Like, you have Mara and Capri. They're not scary in the slightest. The best thing that they did was just be related to Cam. They're the comedic relief. Who thought that that was a good idea to make villains comedic relief? Mara and Capri, they're not scary, but they can fight. Sometimes. And you know how sometimes people be like, what's your biggest hear me out moment? Mara, Capri, hear me out. And then there's Jubo. He's funny as hell. But he's garbage. You're a villain. Do some villainous shit. He looks goofy. He sounds goofy. There's nothing scary about this nigga, bro. But then again, he could fight. He violated the Thunder Rangers. And then there's Zerga. He looks cool and he could get it on. Come on, he got it on with Tommy and them. Come on, he's tough. Then you have Kelzax, the minions of the season. The minions are usually dumb, but the Kelzax found a way to be even dumber than a regular minion, bro. How? But the thing with the Kelzax is they dumb, but they will beat your motherfucking ass, Holmes. And once they go red, they about to beat your ass. Just run away. And then there's Lothar. He started off so tough. Bro came in and destroyed the Wind Ninja Academy off the gate. And then you find out that he has a cool ass backstory. His name is Kia Watanabe, Sensei's brother. Bro was tough, getting it on with everybody using dark magic and got banned from the Wind Ninja Academy. Then Lothar goes up, and he's just lazy as shit, bro. He's just chilling in his chair sleeping all day. What the hell is wrong with this nigga, bro? So we go the whole season of just seeing him sit in the chair. Then he gets up finally and gets it on, and he gets it on. I mean, he gets it on. He's tough. We should at least see that shit more than once, but that's just a Disney problem, bro. They did that shit with mad villains like Mezagon. But the best villain of the season is easily Vexicus. His little shark design, tough. He came down as a bounty hunter and had to get stopped by Shane and his battleizer. Then bro joined Lothar and was just trying to snake Lothar the whole time. Bro destroyed Zergain to become second in command. And then he violates Mortardrone before he was able to snitch on him. But then he ends up getting violated by the Rangers, but he didn't go down without a fight. He took the Thunder Swords with him. That nigga is tough, bro. Ninja Storm villains are none of the to take seriously. I mean, come on, the Ninja Storm is just a fun season to watch. No extra lore, no extra character development. Just sit down, watch it, and have fun. So that's Ninja Storm. Now, what Ranger team do y'all want to see get glazed next?